do this. Now, I don't know if you're a lady, you probably should figure out when you're gonna do this. I put it on my thumbnail. If it sticks, it's sharper. If it doesn't stick, I'll guarantee you that 90% of them won't. 90% of not, your hooks won't stick. If you think they're sharp, if you use them and you're gonna catch fish, it's not an issue. But you should sharpen those hooks, okay? Now, how do you sharpen them? Please don't use one of these. Okay? I'm sure everybody's got one. Okay? Alright, you want something a little finer, something a little more refined. I got this out of Lansky sharpeners, it's a diamond home, you feel this, you can't feel any abrasiveness to it, so smooth. But get something that's a higher grit, this thing is probably a 200 grit, run something like 600 to 1,000 grit. Okay. A little bit better than I think, just a couple strokes, and the bigger strokes, here's the issue for me. Oh yeah, we were talking about knots a second ago. What I'm about to talk about, I'm gonna be emphatic about. One single thing you can do, and I don't care what that your time, is make it as strong as possible, is to cinch it slowly. By slowly, I mean exaggerated slowness, okay? Like if you're pulling like a cinch it on, and you cinch it over there, you go like that, you go cinch it, a little bit, wait, 2 seconds, wait, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. A lot of heat is generated in that knot that you can't feel. Okay, if you have 2 lines going against each other like this, the point of heat is the contact. You're feeling out here on the other side of the line. The heat hasn't had time to penetrate through the line. So you don't feel it. Okay, so you think, I don't need to worry about that. Okay, very, very slowly, but I cannot emphasize that enough. When you cinch your knots down, do it slowly. When you're cinching the spectrum, if you have something like this, you got plugs. You know how many guys have got anything like this? A big piece of cheap PVC, had some out in my garage, got some electrical tape around it, got it going 7, 8, 9 times, and cinch your knots down. Especially with the thin spectrum. You start using that thin 30-pound spectrum on your 20-pound rig, you pull hard, you get risky. Another thing too, you wrap your line around here, do not overlap the line on top of each other. Obvious reason for that is that you're pulling so hard, so to cut into the line, just wrapped on the unit. Okay? These cost next to nothing. Things here, I don't know if you've ever seen these advertised or not. They're $30. Okay, for these. I'm going to give them the club. You guys can take it down. Put them on the bench. Okay, and sell them. I sell it, put about $10 price tag on it. If you buy these new, they're $30. Okay? They're fancy, they're nice, and a friend of mine, we got to talk about knots on the internet, and we started making these. The guy's an engineer. But, it's got a bag with a hole in it, they're pretty cool. But for next to nothing, these were just as good, and gave them so. Drags. Okay, set those at home, if you possibly can. Most guys, don't go to a scale, have somebody pull a reel and say, how many pounds of drag is it? Breakfast do that. Who sets their drag by hand here? I'm sure you all do, right?
I handed to the deck and Jim said it.
Yeah. Okay.
Water.
I'm gonna come to this.
No water.
We're gonna
Open it for
probably be pretty close. Set this for 10 pounds.
10 pounds.
Well, yeah. You should be running 50 pounds, 50% drag.
I'm tired, I can't pull 10 pounds.
Yeah, we got it at 1:30 this morning.
Give him a break,
Really?
here's my fishing today.
Now, I'm not doing this to make Tom look bad. Hopefully I don't. Hopefully he comes close to 10 pounds. But most guys, set this thing, well, that feels good. I'll tell you something, you're not even close. Okay, I guarantee you're not even close. You go home, get a scale, and check yourself out, okay? I guarantee you'll be low. If you think you're sitting at 10, you'll probably be at 6. 10.5. That's 10, huh?
10.1.
Wait, what does he get if he's right?
What does he get if he's right?
He has
If
everything.
he's within half a pound, I'll give it to me.
We heard it first
If
here.
he's within a half a pound, okay.
My money's on Tom.
10.5 to 10.5.
Tom will get it out.
My money's on Tom.
Come on, buddy, you'll get it.
Your scale's gotta be accurate.
Hey, Tom, did you check the scale? Tom, you need to check the scale.
There's no mercy here.
Alright. Where's the scale? Oh, you're so far.
Oh, I'm way low. It's way low.
You're 2 pounds, 10 ounces.
Oh my God.
He's tired.
He's had a rough day.
I'm tired. That was 2.5 pounds only? Really?
Check the scale.
Yeah, okay. That's the scale.
That's the scale.
It's not gonna be.
Alright, feel it again.
Okay, go. Okay, now what's that? That's the one I said.
That's what you said.
Okay.
So I
And it's
didn't,
only
I didn't
two-
get this by
That's
accident.
2.5 pounds.
That's 2.5.
That's crazy.
Wow. Well, what drag count do you want us on a 20-pound setup, like we're going out?
Well, if you've got good line, and you've got good knots, and you've got fresh line, I would say, I use 50%, that's me. Now, I would suggest you use like 30 to 40%, 30%.
Of the
Standard is like 25
line
to
test.
30%.
You're saying 30?
Well, that's something else. There's line test, and there's ABS, absolute breaking strength of the line. There's two different figures, what's on the spool and what it really breaks at, you know? So I would say if you're using what's on the spool, 30%, I would go 30.
That was gonna be my big question. for
Just
this.
remember, you gotta pull on
You're
it.
putting 100-pound braid on one of these big giant tuna reels. And then you say you got 80-pound mono top shot.
Yeah.
And you're doing the drag and you're setting drag. What do you set it for? Do you set it for the breaking strength of the 80-pound? Is it breaking strength? Because that's 1/4, so it would be 20 pounds.
Yeah.
If you've got
If
80
you
pound
want,
leader.
you get 20 pound, yeah, 20 pound. Oh, if you had an 80-pound leader, if you got good knots, you know, line fresh, I'd say, I wouldn't hesitate to go 50%. That's me though.
Wow.
Okay?
40 pounds of drag.
Wow. But you're not gonna use 40 pounds of drag. If 40 pounds of drag would kill you.
40 pounds of drag will pull you over.
40 pounds of drag is not saying, so that reason right there is critical, because why do guys use 150-pound tests to fish for 100-pound fish? You're only gonna be using maybe 30 pounds of drag, maybe 30, maybe 30, okay? You got 30 pounds of drag with 150-pound test line, it has a real breaking strength of 180 or something crazy. So why do you use all that? The only one reason for it, that's chew-offs. When you use your leader braid, you're gonna make sure you use heavy line, you're gonna get, break the line.
The biggest problem is when you set up, I'm a big guy, and I've been almost pulled overboard on a kite, more than once.
And pounds tested, you're running a lot of that.
200-pound test line.
Yeah.
Wow.
But, you know, I don't set my drags anywhere close to that.
No.
30 pounds is about the max I'll ever go on a drag.
Okay, now that reason right there is why lousy knots and bad line are successful. Okay, if you got 80-pound test line that breaks at 100 pounds, and you bring a 60% knot instead of 90% knot, so that's 60% of 100, would say it's 60 pounds. So if you only run 30 pounds of drag, hey, everything's fine, you got a lousy knot. That's why everybody's so successful, tying knots that aren't the best. But that becomes, the lower you get in your line test, the more critical that becomes. Okay, these guys that are up trout fishing using 2, 3, 4 pound test line, I'm telling you what, you better be right on your game fishing up there. You're doing it. The guys up there, new line, perfect knots, everything. Okay? You don't have any overlay, you don't have any overhead, called overhead.
So now you're using.
This is 9 pounds, 9.3 pounds.
Oh,
Good.
come on.
Wow.
That's a lot. Now, see, to me, that is not,
That wouldn't break.
It didn't break at all.
Of course not.
But it does, now, let me ask you, does the mono top shot dig into the braid when you're putting this much pressure on it?
No,
No?
look at it.
Okay. I hear you. I see it.
Damn.
That's a lot. I'm surprised.
It's a lot.
Yeah, take a 5-pound sinker and tie it on the end.
So it does, I
Just
think
drop
it
it on the-
functions
on
by
the
a
deck,
drag
and then try
scale.
to wind it up.
Right.
The drags are not set that high.
Well, the point of all this is check that drag. Get a scale, spring scale, some sort of scale, check that drag. Really important. I would say if you're feeling apprehensive about it, you put 25%. That's usually pretty good. Speaking of drag, everybody knows what happens when you drag, when you start reducing the diameter of the spool.
It goes up.
It goes up a lot. It goes up fast. You got your spool like this, here's your shaft looking at end wings like this. Your line is out here, you got it spooled up, here's your line, okay? Alright, this is your pulling force, this is force this way, you're pulling this way. This is the line going out to your bait, whatever's down here. Alright, the distance between the center there to the outside of the line. Torque equals force times distance. This distance here times this equals the torque. Okay. What happens when this gets reduced? This gets reduced by half, keep the torque the same, you got to double the force. Right? You got to double the force. So if this is 4 inches, you know, from here to here, and let's say you got 8 pounds of torque, and your force is 2. Okay, I'll call it 2. Just use it in the figure. So 2 times 4 is 8. You drop this down to 2, you keep the force, the torque the same, the 8. This has got to be increased to 4. Or excuse me, 2 times 4 is 8. This is reduced to 1 or 2 inches. Oh, 2 times 2 is 4, so we got to go higher.
Yeah.
6, yeah. No.
Just don't let out so much line.
Yeah.
4 times 2.
I'm sorry, guys, because I had this down before I got here, but trust me, this, when you cut this in half, this force doubles, okay? This doubles. Oh, it's gotta be 4, sorry, geez.
That would go to 4.
Great, yeah, so it happened to
Yeah,
go,
so
okay?
one goes half
This
and the
this
double.
gotta go to 4, so the force goes to 4 from 2. Okay, because you drop this down to 2, it still has to stay the same, 2 times 4 is 8, to keep it the same. So when your spool gets down, it increases drag proportionally to the reduction in diameter of the spool. But if you cut the diameter in half, you double the drag.
There's also something else that you're not taking into consideration.
And then it's,
The line in the water is also,
yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's something,
So the lesson learned is, don't mess with your drags when it starts getting skinny.
that's right, if anything, back it off.
But that's why they call it fishing and not engineering.
But don't back up, when you start to see your spools, the steel, your aluminum, your spool, don't, back it off. Lock it down.
ask for a backup plot.
Yeah.
Get a backup rod. Have that many times up to.
$1,000 overboard.
Yeah.